So, Amy Walter, it was quite a moment when Hillary Clinton effectively assumed the mantle of presumptive nominee of the Democratic Party, the first woman to be the nominee of a major party in U.S. history. And it was an emphasis on the historic nature of her candidacy that we have not heard her discuss a lot. And what I thought was most compelling was how she would like to share that with her mother.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the challenge for Hillary Clinton from the very beginning of this campaign, and it's going to continue through November, is that for many Americans, they see Hillary Clinton first as Hillary Clinton and second as a woman. And I mean that not in a pejorative way, but just to say she is so defined as being Hillary Clinton, the politician, that Hillary Clinton, the woman, gets second string. And I think that this has been her challenge, especially with younger women voters who see her, yes, as breaking some long-standing glass ceiling, but because of who she is and the fact that she's been so part of the establishment, they don't see this as particularly groundbreaking. I can't tell you the number of young women I talk to and young men who say, yeah, it's great and everything, but I'm already expecting we're going to have a woman elected president in my lifetime. So this is something that for them is not considered as big of a shattering as I think especially women who are older, which is one reason I think you're seeing such a generational divide in the Democratic vote on this issue.
I wonder, Neil, whether writ large in this country we're more interested in breaking the racial barrier that President Obama represented than we are in breaking a gender barrier at this level.
I think there's truth in that. I think the fascination and the sort of goodwill that was felt really widely across the country when Obama was won, even among a lot of Republicans, is evidence of that. I think one of the real challenges, this goes to your point, Amy, but a little bit differently, is that because Hillary Clinton has risen up as a partner to somebody else who was so prominent in American politics and became known first to the country as a wife, and then went on into her other various iterations in Washington, her own biography has really been kind of muffled as a result. And Obama in his video yesterday made the statement that she was probably was the most qualified candidate ever for president. And in some ways, he's actually right. I mean, this is a person with an extraordinary story. It's just hard for her to break out and actually tell it because people just know her so well. That's and right. They know her within a certain confine. So woman or not woman, it's this, she lacks a freshness. Like, look at this person that just burst on the scene. And if it had been a woman that had just burst on the scene that wasn't so familiar, I think that feeling would be a sharper one.
Absolutely agree. And that's what with Obama, it was that not simply that he was African American and this was a first, but that you as a voter were able to put onto him anything you wanted him to be because we didn't know anything about him.
That's right.
So I liked in her speech on Tuesday night particularly the reference to the fact that her mother, Dorothy Rodham, was born June the 4th, 97 years ago, when the 19th Amendment was being put on the floor of Capitol Hill. The amendment that, of course, gave women the vote. I do think it's worth mentioning, though, that technically speaking, African-American men got the vote, 50, 60 years before women of any color. And that I suspect, Trump being Trump, those women, Democratic women of whatever generation who might be wavering about Hillary now with Bernie Sanders' campaign still fresh in their mind, will feel very differently a few weeks from now and after Labor Day. The female thing is going to get more defined in Hillary's favor as this goes on.
I want to return to the idea of what now Hillary Clinton does.